Hi everybody, I'm back. It's been quite a while, isn't it? I think it's been March since I last did a podcast, and I thought I would, I thought it's the summer holidays. I'm not at work at the moment because I work term time, so I thought it'd be a good opportunity to come back on and show you, sort of have a little chat and show you what I've been working on. My name's Stacey. You can find me on Instagram as Heartmoor and Ravelry as, I don't know, I'm either Heartmoor or Stacey J. Lou on Ravelry. I'll put it somewhere here and then you can find me. I feel a bit, sort of unprepared. I've not done this in a while, so I feel a bit sort of sticky. Yeah, my name's Stacey and I live in the southwest of England in Devon with my husband and my 3 children. Today is Friday the 30th of July. I had to think about that. When I'm on the summer holidays, I don't think about the dates. I just sort of let them whiz by because 6 weeks is a lovely long time to not be at work. So it's really nice to just forget what day it is. But my husband has taken the girls camping for 3 nights. We've got a little bit of a storm down here, and he's going to Land's End, which some of you might know is the most westerly point of Great Britain. No, not of England. It's the most westerly part of Cornwall, and he is there. Yeah, he's taking them camping for 3 nights with his brother and my niece and nephew. So I've got 3 nights to myself at home, which is lovely. But I'll talk more about that in the end. I'll do a bit of chatter at the end. So yeah, I just really wanted to say hello. Hello for everyone that is still subscribing to me, even though I've been really quiet. It's nice to do this again. I took some time out and didn't do some knitting for a while, but I've picked back up, and yeah, I've been knitting a little bit, so that's good. So shall we get stuck in? I've got a couple of finished objects. I thought I'd show you. I've got a couple of recent whips, works in progress, but I thought I might show you some of the ones because it's been so long. Some of the ones that are outstanding that I'm hoping to pick up again soon. And I do have some acquisitions because as soon as I started knitting again, I just wanted all the yarn. So yeah, I do have some acquisitions. I'm not going to show you everything I've bought since March. That would just be too much, but I'll show you some of my recent ones. And then hopefully in future podcasts, when something's new, I'll show you the yarn then. Right, so the first, so I think I'd started this. Maybe I'd started this on my last podcast. I can't remember. It's in my Just One Row bag from, oh my goodness, what's her name? I'm gonna have to look it up because that's really rude of me, isn't it? She does loads of little charms and things like that. I'll put it along here. Completely forgotten who it's by. But anyway, it's in here. And I'm sure you're probably all aware by now of the Rainbow Chronicles that's being run by Kelly of Lay Family Yarns and Jules of So Sweet Violet. And it's the original idea was to do rainbow socks. There's a colour set for every month of the year and knit a pair of socks in that colour for that month. I started off doing the socks and I've done 3. I did January, February and March, and I stopped for a minute. But Kelly at Lay Family Yarns was doing colour little, oh my goodness, what's wrong with me today? We're selling yarn packs in the different colours of the rainbow for each month. And I've been buying the 10 gram minis. And with my 10 gram minis, I decided to knit a Litmus cowl. So the pattern of the Litmus Cowl, and I can't remember who that's by either, so I will put that down below. Really unprofessional of me today, I'm really sorry, but I will put everything in the description box below of what I've talked about. And so I've done like, the original Litmus Cowl is like stripes, so a colour, then a plain colour, then a colour, then a plain colour. I decided to do a rainbow. And here is my, oh, look at that rainbow goodness. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Look at that. All that rainbow juiciness. So I made a rainbow Litmus Cowl. It's really hard to show it because it's, you know, it's a circle. But so we start off with, we started off with the pinks. So I did, I used 5, there was 10 in the 10 gram minis, so I used 5 of each colour in here. So these are the pinks up to here, and then it moved into like sort of reds and then oranges and yellow, green and turquoise, blue and like lavendery colours. There was another pack afterwards with darker purples, but this is long enough now. I'll put it on and show you. So the idea is that I will just, ooh, I can triple wrap it so I can wear it really, 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 really tight to my neck, or I can just wear it a bit looser and have my rainbow cowl. So yeah, I love it. I really, really love it. I did 15 rows of each colour. I think the pattern calls for 10, but I did 15 just to make it a bit of a wider band. And I can't wait for winter so I can wear this, because it is, the colours just fade so beautifully. They did a great job with dyeing the colour palettes. And yeah, so that is my Litmus Cowl. It's a really, really simple pattern. It's just knitting round and round. And when I sort of picked up my knitting again around Easter, I just needed really basic stuff that my hair, something just really simple that wasn't too brain taxing. And this is a really, really simple pattern. Very beautiful. So yeah, it's now covered in my hair, which I will have to pick off. But so that's my Litmus Cowl. So that's my first finished object. Put that back in there. And my next finished object is a pair of socks. And surprise, surprise, I don't have my sock blockers. Oh, I do have my sock blockers. So this yarn, so I'll show you the socks. So these socks are the Walk the Track socks by Shannon at Bloom. I've got a really sharp nail and it's catching on all my yarn. And that's just going to make something rip in a minute, isn't it? Careful. Shannon of Blue Fern yarn, so it's her pattern, Walk the Tracks. Let's put it on the blocker. The yarn I got in a D-stash, so I don't know who the yarn is by, but it's really beautiful. Flecks of yellows and pinks and purples. So these are the socks. Obviously I have 2. The idea is, so it's just this really simple, can you see? Really simple, beautiful lace pattern. And the idea is just down one side, so it's not down that side. So it's just on sort of like, you know, the outside of your leg. I did a simple 1x1 cuff. I cast on 64 and I use, what size needles do I use? 2.5 DPNs. I always knit with DPNs. And I'm quite a tight knitter, so 2.5s are fine for me. Simple slip stitch heel, and I don't know what the toe's called, a toe. And yeah, so really pleased with these. They're really beautiful. So I don't know what the yarn is, but it really, got my hair. I'm so professional. It really shows off, I think, the pattern quite well. And this position of where I'm filming is fabulous for colour. Like, that's exact sort of, that is the colour. Yeah, so that's my second FO, and that's all I finished. I've been, yeah, just concentrate, and it's a really, really mindless It's a really simple to memorise lace pattern. So for me, it was a really simple knit. I've been trying to do things that aren't complicated, and those two FOs, again, more hair, are really, really simple. So love both of those. I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to try and get some of my hair out. Oh my, and deposit it somewhere where it's just going to come off on everything. So that's it for FOs. Works in progress. I have one active work in progress. So I'll show you that first. So I decided to make the Simple Pleasures hat by Purl Soho. Sharif, Molly and Bella did a cowl on this, I think in June or July, and I was gonna participate and just didn't get around to it, but I still really like the hat and I had the yarn picked out, so I thought, you know what, I'll just do it anyway because I need to start my autumn knits now, and yeah, so I'm gonna make a hat for my kid. I don't have a goat, I have 3 children. And I'm making hats for the youngest 2 at the moment, because the eldest doesn't wear hats because she's 13 and it mucks up her hair. So, you know, why would you wear a hat to keep warm when your hair could be mucked up? So I have it in this lovely bag, and this is by Amelia Joy, and it was a birthday present. It was my birthday on Monday, and this was a present from the lovely Cherie, Ollie and Bella. She lives nearby. She's a good friend of mine. So this was lovely. It's got all sorts of, what's it called? Gold. So it's all golds. It's got things like paint and less media, more yoga, cook more, start knitting, see more friends, find the sun, sew, drink tea, learn to embroider, love peace, give more, travel a lot, laugh more. My God, that was so tacky. Yeah. So anyway, it's in this bag by Amelia Joy. She has some lovely bags on her website, so I think I'm going to get some more. And the yarn I'm using, I've got to be careful because I got a yarn winder for my birthday. So everything is just now in cakes. I'm still not 100% good on using it. So my cake, this is my cake. So it looks really good around here, but it's like got this like cone shape to it, so it didn't cake very well. Anyway, the yarn I'm using, and this is pretty much true to colour, it is a bright neon pink, and this yarn is, let me get the ball bands, is by Beehive Yarns. Oh, look at those two together, they're amazing. Look at that brightness. Beehive Yarns, and that one caked up all right actually. Look at that, that's a nice cake. Not a nice cake. And it's called Pretty Vacant, and the non-fluff one is a 75% superwash blue faced Leicester and 25% nylon. That's that one. And the fluffy one, the fluff, is also Pretty Vacant. Obviously it's the same colourway, and that's 72% kid mohair, 28% silk. Yeah. And that's her card, Beehive Yarns. Lovely. So I'm making the Simple Pleasures hat by Purl Soho. Cast it on yesterday morning, maybe the day before, day before. Anyway, and I have finished, so the hat is done. So you do a rib. So I'm making the large kid size. I've used the needles as per the pattern. So 1 size needle for the rib, and then I've switched needles for the actual hat. So yeah, so it's a 2x2. Is it a free? It's a free pattern. So I think I can tell you, yeah, it's a free pattern. So it's a 2x2 rib. And I've done that for however many inches the pattern told me to. And then I've switched to knitting now. So you hold the yarn double for this, the main yarn, you hold it double for the rib, then you cut one of the bits off and you hold the fluff stuff one with one of this, and that creates like this fluffy knit section. So yeah, done the rib, and I need to knit all the way up here, my fingers in the screen, all the way up here, and then the idea is that you fold the cuff over your hat once you're done. Yeah, Yeah, so that's my simple pleasure set. So I'm hoping that won't take too long, only a few days, and then I can get started. The other one wants a purple, so I've got to look out for a beautiful neon purple. You won't miss my kids in the playground. They will be the ones in the neon pink and the neon purple hats at winter. But they love it. So while they love it, I'm happy to keep wearing them. And I've got this little stitch marker. It's from, it's a leaf, you can't see it, from Blue Fern Yarns. And yeah, and I'm just using my interchangeable needles. So that's my current whip, and that's the only one I'm actively working on at the moment. I do need to start a pair of socks soon. I like to have a pair of socks on the go at all times. But I've got some yarns to show you later, and one of those will be my next pair of socks, so I haven't decided yet. So that's that whip. Then next I have got, what else? So, I did a little bit more on this the other day, but I needed the needles for my hat, so I've taken it off the needles, so it's going to have to go on standby. This is the staple linen top by Locatelli, and this is the yarn, which I will not say out loud for fear of embarrassing myself. That's the yarn I'm using. It's a cotton. It does say cotton somewhere. 100% cotton, so that's the cotton yarn. And yeah, so it's a staple linen top. I started this last September, and then it got wintry, and I didn't want to carry on. I wanted to make wintry things, so I put it away, and I got it out again the other week, but now I need the needles as something else, and I don't have that many sets of needles, so I've put it on hold. But basically, it's like a sleeveless tank top, I suppose. I've done down to the arms. I've done this far past the arms, and you've got like a ribbed section, so I think this is the back. You've got like a rib on the back, and then a rib on the front, so when I'm wearing it you'll have a nice ribbed pattern down the front. But yeah, it's not going to be ready for this summer either, so that probably means I'm going to put it on hold again until next summer. Is that inside out? That's inside out. It's not a pearl top, it's a knit top. So yeah, there it is, the right way round. It was inside out. But like I say, I borrowed the needles for my hat, so this has gone on hold on stoppers at the moment. So that might go on hold again until next winter. Spring. And I hope to be able to wear it next summer. So that's that one. What else have I got? I can't remember if I'd started a love note, and I have a piece of paper in here. It might tell me who it's by. Tin Can Knits. So I'd started the love note by Tin Can Knits, and I will just show you that's sort of the pattern of the jumper. It's really, really beautiful. But I went wrong, and I went wrong on the lacy bit. And I'm not very good at picking up, like when you're doing yarn overs, there's no way I could pick it up. So I frogged it. Oh, look, there's my frog. I frogged it all the way back. But can you see I've taken it off the needles now? I frogged it all the way back to the beginning of the lace, and I couldn't get my numbers to add up. So now I've just got this, which is going to be completely frogged. And when I have the patience to do another one of these cast-ons, provisional cast-ons, I might do it again. But I lost patience. And the yarn I was using was Drops Puna, and this is a, what kind of yarn is it? I'm sure it'll tell me somewhere, or maybe not. Oh, 100% alpaca. And it's really, really beautiful. Like, it's so soft, gorgeous. Love the yarn, love the pattern. It wasn't hard, I just made a mistake and just couldn't go back. So it's in the naughty corner. I'm going to rip it out and I will start it again. And this is just in I call it my murder bag. It's a bag from Hobbycraft. They're really, really cheap. A shop in the UK. I think the bags are like £5 or £6. And I dyed it myself thinking, oh, let's do some pretty dyeing. No. It looks like a murder scene. So that's the bag that's in. And like I say, that one's on hold. And the only other 2 whips I'm going to show you are something in the bottom here. Hang on a minute. Stuff everywhere. Got sweetie wrappers in there. Unfortunately, they're empty. Which is, oh, that's what that goes with that. Right. Okay. Yes. So I will show you. So in this bag, so this is an undyed Hobbycraft bag. So this can show you how beautiful the bag looks before you murder it. An undyed Hobbycraft bag, and I've got my badges on this one. Let's. I have my Rainbow's Sock Chronicle badge, which I got from So Sweet Violet. I've got my Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit Yarns badge. I've got my Strictly Sock Along badge. I didn't finish my socks. I feel a bit of a traitor having the badge, but I didn't finish them. And I've got about, I think that one was, can't remember where that one came from. It's very pretty and shiny. And in here I have my Cozy Memories blanket. I've not worked on this for quite a while, and it's really tiny. But yeah, it's all over the place. So this is all I've done so far. 8 squares and about a line. But I'm showing it to you because I want to work on it some more. So I'm hoping to see some progress. I'm just literally using random scraps. There is no method or rhyme or reason for this one. Pure, just random, whatever I pull out. I've got loads and loads of minis ready to, here we go, look. Oh, that's lavender. I'm not going to knit my lavender. Lots of minis all ready to go in it. And I've got lots elsewhere. So plenty of yarn to keep me going on that one. I just need to actually do it. I might keep that one out actually by my chair. If I keep that out, I'm more likely to work on it. Whereas if it's stuck away somewhere, I won't. And the other pattern that I want to finish soon, and I have shown these before, and these are the, so this bag, this lovely bag is by the lovely Moo and Mouse. Moo and Mouse, I love this bag, really beautiful. It's padded and it's lovely. And inside, it's a £20 note. I can buy yarn with that. So that's obviously hiding in here so that no one else could find it. What's made my day? And oh yeah, there's Moo and Mouse's. I can't remember her name. That's really rude of me, and I'm really sorry. But there's her card. And the yarn I'm using is from Blue Fern Yarns, and it's called Acer, and it's a 75/25, and that's the yarn. Oh, it's such a beautiful raspberry colour. I mean, it is like an Acer tree, but it's coming out a bit brighter actually on here. It's slightly more muted than this. That's probably more accurate. That's a bit bright. Yeah, anyway. And I'm making some mitts, featherless fan mitts. I'll put it in the box below. Anyway, I finished one last year. I started these like really, really beautiful. I'll put it on just to show you the pattern. Feather and fan mitts. I think that's it. Again, I don't know who they're by, but I can put that one below. And they're really beautiful. It's pattern on the front, a sort of plain on the back, rib at the bottom, rib thumb, rib top. Really, really nice. So I did one, and I did cast on the second one, but I've literally done the rib, and I'm ready for the pattern. But I wasn't in the mood for lacy stuff, so I didn't have the headspace to do anything lacy. So it has been sitting on the side, but I want to pick those back up and get those finished ready for autumn so I can wear them because they're beautiful. Oh, there's a moth on my... Go away. Oh. Oh. Sorry. I don't want a moth in my knitting. That would be disastrous. Okay, I think it's gone. Oh, it's gone. I found a sweet. You can tell I haven't been in my knitting box for a while, can't you? There's moths and sweets and money. I definitely haven't been in there for a while. Okay, the moth's gone. Sorry to all you animal lovers out there, but it's gone. So let me put all that away. So that is pretty much where I'm at with finished objects and works in progress. I do have some plans to knit some more socks. I'm gonna do some self-striping ones, and I might do a pair of DK ones. And what else do I want to make? So I want to redo my love note. There's a shawl I want to make, the Bolton Pass shawl by Spastrico, but that's not released till the 9th of August. So I'm hoping to start that and work on that then. And yeah, that's it for a minute. And obviously I'm going to finish my hat and do another one for my other daughter. But I don't have huge... I'm not building up too many plans. I'm taking it slow and just doing one project at a time, making sure I've always got a pair of socks on the go, making sure I've always got something mindless on the go, and then maybe something a bit lacier in the background for those moments when I'm feeling I can work on the lace. So let me show you. Also, before you all disappear, I'm gonna do a giveaway because it's been forever since I've done a last podcast, and I had said I would do a giveaway, and I bought the stuff for it. I have the stuff for a giveaway, so I'm going to do that at the end. So don't go anywhere just yet. So I'll show you my acquisitions. Let me stack them up. So it was, I think I mentioned it was my birthday on Monday. Oh, you see, look at the grey. Look at that. Look, just like a stripe of grey hair. It was my birthday on Monday, and I have some lovely friends who know what I like. My husband bought me gin, so you know he also knows what I like. So I showed you the bag already that Cherie from Ollie and Bella gave me, but she also gave me this beautiful yarn badger. Look at that, self-striping. It's called Peacock, and it's a Superwash BFL 80/20. Oh, look at it, look at that, look at those colours. They're going to stripe up so beautifully. There's like a light green in there. Can you see the green, purple, blue? I don't know how many colours are in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I don't know. There's definitely quite a few colours in there. So she gave me that, so that is really nice. Contender for my next pair of socks. Another contender, so another friend of mine, she's not a knitting person, she's not a knitting friend. She just said, what do you want? And I said, well yarn. So she was like, okay. And so she gave me, I've not heard of these before, but this is Cozy Toes sock yarn by Mariner. And it's a 75% merino and 25% nylon. Really pretty colours though. I think, yeah, this is going to make a lovely pair of mindless stripy socks. So looking forward to trying that one. She gave me that, and she also gave me this one here from Blue Fern Yarns, and it's really pretty. It's a one-off colourway called Pink, and it's a 75/25 4-ply. And yeah, so it's this beautiful like dusky pinks and slightly bright sort of peaky pinks, and like a few speckles, like a grey purpley speckles. So really beautiful. So got that as well for my birthday. And I went we went out for the day for my birthday, and we did a couple of garden centres, and we went to the cider press place at Totnes, and there was a wool shop there which I did not know existed. That's where I bought my yarn swift. But I also bought 4 skeins of this Erica Knight British Blue 100 yarn. It's a DK weight, and the shade is Clarissa. Really, really lovely sort of beige. And this is what I'm going to make my Bolton Pass shawl in. So I'm going to make that in that. So that's going to be really nice. So I've got 4 of those. Then, so that was it for birthday gifts. But I did also buy myself some things. A few people have had sales on, or whenever something's caught my eye. And I have this lovely one from Woolly Mama Yarns. And this is a DK. Look at that. Look at that. So, so pretty. All my favourite colours. Pinks, purples, blues, whites. There's a bit of neon yellow. Oh, there's quite a bit of neon yellow in there. Really, really beautiful. And this is a DK. And it's 75.25. It's called Mutant Mermaid. So really love that. This might be a pair of DK socks. Or it might be a hat. It's one or the other. It's either going to be a hat or a pair of DK socks. I've never made DK socks before, and this is actually the first DK hand-dyed yarn I've ever owned. So exciting, that one. And lastly, I got this one on. I've only just discovered Tenner Tuesday, and a lot of shops are doing shop for it, you know, reducing some of their stock to £10 on Tuesdays. And so I found this one from Buttoned Up and Pinned Down. She's on Instagram and Etsy, I think. Yeah, on Etsy. And this is a one-off colourway, self-striping, 75.25. Oh, look at that. It screamed Halloween to me, actually, and that's probably because of the black. But it's got like a black, a purple, a pink and a yellow. And I might save this for Halloween and do some Halloweeny socks. Yeah, so I really like that one. It's going to be they're going to be really lovely, all knitted up together. So I think I'm going to save that one for Halloween, but really, really nice, that one. So, oh, and also, excuse me, it's behind me over here. I have subscribed to a few of the Loom, of the Jess at Loom Wool, her mini skein club. And this one, I have got June's one, but I've put it somewhere. So I don't know where it is. So that's her card, that's Loom Wool. And her colours are just to die for. They're so simple and just really, really beautiful. So this is the July one. So if you haven't had if you're expecting your Loom Wool mini skein club for July and you haven't had it yet, look away. So here we go. So I've had June's already, but this is July's one. Oh, those colours are just so beautiful. Oh, look at those. I don't know what I'm going to do with these yet. So I've got, like I say, I've got July's one, which had like a dark blue and a grey and a brown in it. And then I've got these ones. I've also signed up for August and September. So I might just save them and make something really beautiful with them, or use them whenever. I really, really don't know. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do with them, but they're so pretty. So I'm just going to keep them in their pretty little box for now. And yeah. So that is my acquisitions and whips and works in progress and finished objects and future plans. So that's all the knitting-y stuff. Not loads, but I just wanted to catch everybody up really and say hello and put it all out there what I'm doing. I'm picking up again on Instagram because I took a break from there as well. Yeah, so as a thank you for sticking around, or a hello, welcome back, or happy summer holidays, whatever you call it, as a giveaway, I have a couple of things that where have I put them now? Down here. I have a couple of things that I got ages ago to do a giveaway. So I will show you what they are and then I will tell you how to enter. So we've got this really simple yarn stuff bag and it's from the lovely Jennifer at My Bag of Stuff. That's her label. You can just have, it's all stuff and then you can just get whatever made you want. And she's just a small business, she just works from home, but My Bag of Stuff, she's on Instagram, and it's just a really simple jute bag, but it's got yarn stuff on it. It's definitely big enough for, so it's, trying to compare size, I'd say you can easily get 3 in there comfortably, 3 skeins of yarn, so shawl size. You could use it for socks as well, but good size bag. So that's going to be in the giveaway. And then I bought some yarn from Giddy Yarns, so the lovely Helen at Giddy Yarns. This is her card. That's where you can find her. Helen does lovely yarns. I've had quite a bit of hers in the past. I haven't opened it. So it's in this box here. I will just open it slightly to show you. I don't want to really rip it. I bought this in the spring, so it was a spring colourway, and actually the colourway is called Spring. And it's a set of minis, 75-25. Hold them up so you can see. And it's a set of minis called Spring, but they're pretty summery as well, I think. So they're absolutely perfect for something at the moment. Quite neon-y, they're really, really bright, really beautiful. So yeah, so for the giveaway will be this set of minis, and this bag. And to enter, I'm not going to make it overly complicated. If you could be a subscriber, that would be wonderful. So you need to be a subscriber and comment below. What can you comment? Tell me what your favourite thing about spring this year was. I'm going to go back in time. If you can remember back to spring, tell me what your favourite thing about spring this year was. I think how it works with YouTube, because I've never done a competition before, is that I can't, so I think I put all the comments, a comment generator or something into, somewhere on Google can do it for me. But if I reply to comments, that it classes as a comment. So I think I can't reply to anyone's comments if I ask you to comment for a competition. So I will like comments, but if I don't reply, it's something to do with the way that the competition works. I might be completely wrong, but that's what I think. So I'm not being rude. I'm just, yeah, trying to make the competition work in a way that will be fair to everybody. And I will let that run for a couple of weeks. Yeah, I'll probably pop it. When shall I let? What day is it today? So it's the 30th today. I'm away. Let's say the 12th of August. So I'll let it run till the 12th of August, and then I'll draw a winner. I'm hoping I'll be able to do a podcast on the 12th. So yeah, if not, I'll do it just after then. But yeah, so I'll run it to the 12th. Oh, sorry, I just kicked my table with the camera on. I'll let it run to the 12th. So, chatter, how are you? How have you been? Here in the UK or here in England, I know the rules in Wales and Scotland are slightly different. We still have COVID. Like, it's, who would have thought over a year later we're still talking about the C word. Most of our rules have been relaxed, so we can meet up indoors limitless, we can meet up outdoors limitless. Most events are back on, theatres are open, restaurants are open, pubs, bars, nightclubs. We don't have to wear masks, but a lot of places are encouraging you to, and I'm still wearing my mask indoors. I'm not wearing it outdoors, but I'm still wearing it generally when I go into a shop or walk into a restaurant or whatever that might be. And yeah, so it feels a little bit more normal. But we've had a little spike in cases recently, particularly down here in the southwest in Plymouth, where I'm based. Plymouth wasn't really hit with COVID the first time around. We weren't sort of seeing the numbers that the rest of the country were. So this time around, we're getting quite a lot of cases. Not all of them serious, like we're not getting huge amounts of hospitalisations, but we've just seen a spike in cases. So just sort of being a bit extra vigilant around here. What have I been up to? Not a lot. When I stopped knitting for a while, I picked up reading, and I'm quite a prolific reader. I skim read and I read on my iPhone, so I read a lot of Kindle books on my iPhone. So I read whenever I'm still, whenever I'm waiting for something to cook, whenever I'm sat in the car while my husband pays for parking, whatever it might be, I pick up my phone and I read. So since February, I've read over 100 books. And that's why my knitting hasn't been quite as prolific, because I'm reading. And I can't read and knit at the same time. Oh my goodness, can you imagine if I could read and knit at the same time? I'd have read 200 books, but I haven't. I've read 100. And I'm kind of into historical fiction and fantasy at the moment. They're not my usual genres, but they're genres I've picked up and really enjoyed. I haven't got any books to show you because they're all on my Kindle. But if anyone's interested, maybe next time I can talk a little bit about the books I've enjoyed, and anything that anyone might recommend. But if anyone has any good sort of fantasy books with a little bit of a love interest, I've read like a Court of Thorn and Roses and really enjoyed that, by Sarah J Maas. In fact, I've read all of Sarah J Maas's books since then. And yeah, and I've read all the Bridgerton books, the historical fiction, really enjoyed those. I haven't seen the series because I don't have Netflix and I don't watch a lot of telly, but I really enjoyed the books. So I've read all the Bridgerton books. So if anyone knows anything else along those lines, yeah, pop them down below in the comments and I'll have a look. What else has been happening? So another reason I've not been particularly prolific is my mum is poorly in hospital. Cut a long story short, she went in about 5 weeks ago yesterday. So she went into hospital for a bariatric surgery, so a gastric bypass. She was overweight. I wouldn't say she was excessive, but she was overweight enough that she's got a back problem and diabetes and various other health complications. And being overweight, you know, didn't help any of those. So she's been on like a 2-year program, given up smoking. She's had to lose a certain percentage of her body weight, go counselling sessions. She's been through all of that, and she went in for gastric bypass surgery, and it's gone a little bit wrong. Where they talk to you about the risks, you know, they say 99.9% of people this will go right for. My mum, unfortunately, is the 0.01% that it's gone wrong for. 0.1%, whatever. I don't do math. Percent that it's gone wrong for. And one complication led to another complication, which has led to another complication. And she's been in the ICU, the intensive care unit in our local hospital for just over 3 weeks now. 3 weeks today, maybe actually, 3 weeks. On sedation and a ventilator. She was on dialysis for her kidneys, but they've taken her off dialysis now, and they've got some plans in place to bring her off the ventilator and reduce the sedation slowly. But it's going to be a long process, and it's going to be quite a long recovery. And so I'm just trying to support my dad and myself. And what else? We, unfortunately, a week ago, due to the rising COVID cases in Plymouth, visiting stopped. So we haven't been able, my dad was going to see her every day and I was going once a week. But we haven't been able to go and see her for a week now because of the C word. Yeah, so that's been happening in the background alongside everything else, and that's actually part, although it's part of the reason I've not been doing so much knitting, it's also part of the reason I've picked knitting up again a bit more, because I don't want to think about it too much, and when I'm concentrating on a pattern or I'm knitting, I'm not thinking about anything else other than the knitting that I'm doing. And that's why I've been reading as well, because it just takes your mind off the stuff, and if you're doing something else, then you know your mind sort of opens up to thinking about stuff. So that's been going on in the background. But yeah, as I say, we're in the summer holidays now. My kids are off school, I'm off, my husband's got 4 weeks off work. He's taking the kids away camping this weekend, and he's taking them again next weekend. So I get sort of a few nights to myself in the holidays, which is so needed when you work all year. You know, it's nice to have a break. And he loves camping, and he goes with some friends with other kids, so it's not like no one's missing out. So my plans for this weekend are, I've recorded this podcast, I'm going to wash all the kids' sheets and all the bedding and the towels and things like that. I'm going for breakfast with my friend tomorrow. And what else am I doing? Watching some Olympics. And every year when they go camping, I watch Pride and Prejudice, the BBC adaptation with Colin Firth. I love it. It's about 6 hours long. So I wait for them every year to go camping, and then I whack it on, spend six hours sitting down watching Pride and Prejudice. I love it. So I'm going to do that either today or tomorrow, and just chill out really. Knit, read. Yeah, I think that's pretty much my weekend. We've also got a weekend up in London planned. My aunt and uncle live in London, so we're going to go and stay with them for a couple of nights and just do a few little things. And then I think that's it, just some rest and relaxation, ready for school to start again in September. And yeah, it's crazy. I've got 3 daughters, and I'll have one, they're going into year 9 and year 4 and year 2. So all really, you know, busy, fun time for them. So I think that's it. I'd like to say I really hope to do another podcast in the summer holidays. So we've had 1 week already. So we've got 5 weeks left. So within the next 5 weeks, I'd really like to do another podcast. Obviously, I've got to announce the winner of the giveaway anyway. So I will do another podcast, even if it's to do that. Yeah, and if you like this, then give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to enter the giveaway below. Put a comment in, telling me what your favourite thing about spring is. And yeah, it's good to see you all. Good to be back, and I look forward to reading all your comments below. It's really, really, really windy here. I don't know how that bodes well for camping, but it's really windy. So I hope wherever you are, wherever your weather is, hope you have a really good day, and I will see you again in a few weeks. Bye.